Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I've no doubt a fun one that's probably going to poke me in the heart and brain, because MontaukEd has a habit of doing that because he's such a good dude and he's got a good read on me. So Ed, shout out to you for this gift for me to do this song of Tammy's, Tammy Wynette. You saw the title, folks. Until I Can Make It on My Own. I don't know the song. I didn't grow up on country, so if you're new to the channel, firstly, welcome. Secondly, there are so many songs that I'm learning for the first time. Even though I've done over 4,000 reactions, there's probably 200,000 songs at least that are worth listening to since country music sort of came in vogue in the American scene. And there's probably 50,000 of which that you're familiar with. I've done 4,000. So anyway, Ed, thank you, my friend, for this gift. Let's see what Tammy's got for us. Here we go. Starting with piano, it's going to be poignant.
I'll need time to get you off my mind, and I may sometimes bother you, try to be in touch with you, even ask too much of you from time to time. Now and then, Lord, you know I'll need a friend till I get used to losing you. Let me keep on using you till I can make it on my own.
That's rough. Anybody who's been through a breakup knows this.
I'll get by, but no matter how I try, there'll be times you know I'll call. Chances are my tears will fall, and I'll have no pride at all from time to time.
I love the backing that just faded out.
But they say, oh, there'll be a brighter day. Until then I'll lean on you. That's all I'm aiming to do.
It's tough.
Till I can make it on my own. Surely someday I'll look up and see the morning sun without another lonely night behind me. Then I'll go home over you and know my crying's done. No more hurting memories can find me.
Nice.
But till then, Lord, you know I'm gonna need a friend till I get used to losing you. Let me keep on using you till I can make it on my own. Till I can make it on my own.
You could just feel that on her behalf. Even if you've never had those sentiments before yourself, if you have any compassion in you, you could feel what she's going through. You know, there's a richness to life when you go on somebody else's journey with them just by their story that they're telling, because compassion leads to trying to identify with another's experience so that you might have something to offer. It might only be a hug. It might not be words. Sometimes there are no right words, so to speak. Like, what's the expression? Life is like, many parts of life are like dancing. You don't have to be good. You just have to be on the floor. And sometimes being on the floor is just a hug or just a knowing ear where you're listening and you're understanding as best you can what they're going through just to be there for them. And in this case, that dynamic is so hard, that social, psychological dynamic, that emotional dynamic of you relied on somebody for so long. Now, for whatever reason, the relationship has fallen apart. In this song, it's a fair assumption or inference to make that he left the relationship and she's devastated by it. But she needs him as a friend to get through it. And that's where the difficulty is, because she wants so much more. She sees and feels him as a lover, as a life partner. And he's moving on, and now he knows she sees him this way, and he's moving on for a reason. I don't know what the reason is. She didn't say he was to blame, didn't say cheating, didn't say anything. It's just very open-ended to fill in the pieces of what went wrong, but you don't even need to know. You just know she needs somebody to help her go through this difficult time, and she would normally rely on him for whatever difficulties in life she's having. But this is a new curveball for her in life. And who else does she turn to but him? But it's hard for him to be that caring, sensitive guy, because in the past he was that for her in whatever difficulties they may have had, because all relationships have their challenges. But this is one where it's difficult for him, even if he wants to care. It's one of those things. Do you just rip the Band-Aid off and move on? Or do you gently show that you still care for the person, knowing that she's going to cry on the phone? She knows she's going to cry on the phone. He's going to be dealing with that, but partly he doesn't want to deal with that now. And in a sense, he wants to move on with his life. It's just, Ed, thank you. Just remember that it was you, Ed, on this one. Yeah, look at me going on this one. But sure. Anything that has to do with compassion or an emotional and psychological component is going to be in my wheelhouse. It's going to resonate with me because I feel for her. I haven't been in this identical situation in life, but I've been in some situations where I felt a lot of pain. So I can feel hers, though the dynamic may have been a little bit different or a lot different. I could still feel it. So Tammy just sang a song in such a way that, and she always does. It's like Loretta, you just feel what they're singing. There's a femininity, a strength, an honesty, a sweetness, a directness, and you just feel it. I loved the orchestral feel in this one too, Ed. This one and there was a moment in there, probably about 15 to 20 seconds worth, where they had backing vocalists come in, and the orchestral sense, the violins, we normally call them fiddles, but in an orchestra, I call them a fiddle, but the stringed instruments came in and just elevated it to almost this heavenly agony. So, all right, I'm going to rate this song, and the number that popped into my head was a 9.5. Simple, direct, to the point, and you felt it. I mean, that's a country song right there. So, MontaukEd, thank you again, my friend, and I've got more coming up soon today. You'll see. All right, folks, have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.